Robin Eaglesage here, medical intuitive. I'm here in Humboldt, I wanted to say Arizona, California, and I'm going to talk a little bit about addiction today, but before I do, I'm going to give you a view that I'm seeing now. It's gorgeous. I went for a jog today and saw a sign that said scenic view, so I was jogging down this trail and I came to this lookout point, and I thought it was just stunning. Look at this view. Looks like the mists of Avalon. I don't know if you can tell in the distance. See this mist? It's really incredible. So north of me is, what is it called? North of me is Klamath, and south of me is Arcata and Eureka. Anyway, I was driving down this road before I found this spot, and I just had a full breakfast, a big salad with, all the usual quinoa, mulberries, nuts. It was really a hearty salad, so I was definitely full. And as I was driving down the road deciding, am I going to pull over and take this hike or not, I started having a little fit about, I have to have cheese. I need cheese. I can't go until I have some cheese first. And so I stopped eating sugar, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And all sugar except for fruit. And apparently I was reading about doing a candida diet, and it said that cheese turns into sugars. And it's interesting because my mom is a cheese addict. Now I understand why. And so anyway, I was having this little tantrum about how I had to have cheese, even though I was completely full. And so there's absolutely no reason why I needed cheese. And clearly a pure addiction towards some sort of sugars that my body was suddenly craving, and I couldn't go for the hike because I needed this cheese so badly. So I actually did give into it. I had a cooler and I had cheese in it because I've been camping, and so I did have some cheese and some raw crackers. But my insight for today is that our addictions stop us from going places that we want to go to, like literally moving our bodies, going for hikes, going for walks, visiting new cities, new towns, new countries, new people, because we're afraid that what if I get there and there's none of the X, Y, and Z? Maybe for you it's sugar, maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's coffee. Coffee is a huge addiction in this country. I mean, around the world, really, and so is sugar and alcohol. So it's just another way to be controlled, that we are controlled. We can say it's from outside sources, but of course we're the ones that are eating and drinking the foods, so it's ultimately up to ourselves to stop. But it is challenging when it's everywhere and you don't have, like, if I had, everywhere I went there was organic food prepared with delicious flavors and healthy vegan food, I would be vegan for sure in a heartbeat. But it's so challenging where everywhere you go there's all these other foods that I don't typically eat or don't want to be eating, like cheese. Anyway, so my point is that these addictions that we have, they stop us from being our complete self, our empowered self. They stop us from going places. Literally, if I hadn't had cheese in my cooler, I probably wouldn't have gone for that hike because my body's freaking out. My candida most likely is freaking out because it wants the sugars. So it's just something to think about. Do you want to be controlled, or do you want to be in control of yourself? And that's what addictions do. They control your life, they dictate your life, and they make it a much smaller life. So I personally want to have a really grand, beautiful, inspired life. And so that's why I'm on a quest to let go of my addictions. Sugar was insanely difficult to get off it, because even all the health foods, they have honey in them, they have maple syrup in them, and all these things will just kick you right into the sugar addiction again. And if you have them, then the next couple hours you're going to be craving more sugar. So it's very challenging to get out of this loop, but I feel so much better. I feel like I can think more clearly. I feel like I'm more grounded. I'm more on purpose. So I'm definitely an advocate of letting go of those things that are controlling your life, and to get back into control, as much control as we can have of ourselves. We cannot of course control others, but we can control ourselves. So that's the idea. Adios.